Hello friends, welcome to this session on design of compression members. Earlier problems which we have studied so far, those were analysis problem. Analysis problem in the sense the section was given, connections were given, you have to find its load carrying capacity. Here in design problems, only loads will be given. Rest all things you have to assume and satisfy the conditions. So let us note down the design steps. So first step would be assume the design stress. Design stress is FCD. You have to assume one FCD, and to assume those FCDs there are certain guidelines. First, for angles and for struts you can assume FCD in the range of 90 MPa. Anything in the range of 90, even 100, 110 is also fine. Next, for columns with large loads in the sense in the range of 4000 or 5000 kilonewtons. For that you can assume 200 MPa. If you are designing beams, that is flexure members, you can assume FCD in the range of 135 MPa. Already you know the load P. Load P is given in the problem. Once you assume FCD, calculate effective cross-sectional area required. For this, use the equation AE is equal to PD by FCD. Earlier case, PD is equal to A into FCD. Same equation I have rearranged it. So AE is equal to PD divided by FCD. Calculate the cross-sectional area required. Next, from steel tables, find suitable section. Suitable section in the sense its cross-sectional area should be little higher than A required. Next, from the steel table itself, identify its area, cross-sectional area, its R min, minimum radius of gyration. Next, based on end conditions, calculate effective length LE based on end conditions. Next, find slenderness ratio lambda. Once you know lambda, identify buckling class. And from IS 800, calculate FCD. For FCD, if its buckling class is C, you need to refer to table 9C. So from that table, calculate FCD. Next, from FCD, calculate its load carrying capacity PD. And PD is given by AE, effective cross-sectional area provided, into FCD, this new FCD. Next, compare. If this PD is greater than, PD is load carrying capacity of this section. If PD is greater than PU, given load, it is safe. If this PD is coming less than PU, redesign. To redesign, you have to go back to step 2. Whatever area you have taken here, increase that area by a certain percentage, find out new cross section, repeat all these steps. Repeat from step 2. Next, for safe design, design the end connection. If it is bolted or welded, you have to design the suitable end connection also. This completes the design of a column member. Let us note down one design problem. Design a angle strut. Strut is the inclined member of a truss. Design an angle strut with single angle. So these conditions are very important. If they specify, you have to design for I section or angle section or whatever required. Single angle section to carry a load of 150 kilonewtons. Use M20 property class 5.6 bolts. 5.6 means normal bolts. Length of the member is 2.5 meters. Now let us start with the solution. Load P. P is 150 kilonewtons. Factor load PU 1.5 into 150, that is 225 kilonewtons. Assume FCD is equal to 100 MPa. You can assume in the range of 90. You can assume anything. At the end, it should satisfy. PD should be greater than PO. That's it. So assume FCD is equal to 150. Area required is equal to PU divided by FCD. So PU is 225 into 10 raised to 3 newtons. FCD is 100. So area required is 2250 mm square. From steel tables, select a suitable section. Now how to select a suitable section? Usually its thickness should be in the range of 10 to 12 mm and go for equal angles. If it is an angle section, go for equal angle. Both the legs should be equal. Now if you go through the steel table, you will find that ISA 100 by 100 by 12, its area is 2259 mm square. So you should choose an eye section such that, an angle section such that its cross sectional area should be little greater than area required. This is the condition. Now I have chosen ISA 100 by 100 by 12. Its area is 2259. For this, write RXX, RYY, sorry, RXX, I'll write the value. It is 3.03. RYY is 3.03. RUU is 3.82. RVV is 1.94. From this, choose R minimum. So R minimum is 1.49 centimeters, that is 19.4 em. That is R minimum. Now end conditions. To find effective length, you need end conditions. For struts, LE is equal to 0.85 L. 0.85 into 2500. So LE is equal to 2125 mm. Calculate centerness ratio lambda. Lambda is LE by R min. So you get 109.4. Refer table 10. Buckling class is C. Refer table 9C to calculate FCD. Now go for table 9C. Now from table 9C, you do the interpolation. You get value of FCD as 94.6 MPa. Now calculate its design load carrying capacity PD, AE into FCD. Remember here AE is cross sectional area provided. So provided area is 2259. FCD is new FCD which you have calculated, and that I am getting 94.6. So solving this, you get 213 into 10 raised to 3 newtons or 213 kilonewtons. This should be greater than PU. I am finding that this is less than PU is equal to 225. So this design is unsafe. Redesign the section. Means the section which you have provided, that is not sufficient. So to redesign, you have to go back to step 2 or go to the steel tables directly. From steel tables, now choose an area whose area is more than 2259. From steel tables, choose an section whose cross sectional area is more than earlier provided, that is 2259. So I will try ISA 125 by 95 by 12. Now for this, AE is 2498 mm square, and from steel tables I find R minimum as 20.1. This is for this new section. Calculate lambda LE by R min. I get the value 105.7. From table 9C, calculate FCD. So FCD I get 99.93 MPa. Design compressive load carrying capacity PD is equal to AE into FCD. So AE is new AE provided 2498. FCD is this new FCD which you have calculated 99.93. So you get 249.5. This is greater than 225 kilonewtons, that is PU. Hence design is okay. This completes the design. Next you need to design the connections. So design of connection is nothing but calculation of bolt value for M20 property class 5.6 bolts. So first shearing strength of the bolts. Now you are providing an angle like this. So you are providing some boltings here. So these bolts, they are in single shear, one plate and one leg. So bolts are in single shear. Assume bolts or thread plane cuts through the threaded portion. So NN is equal to 1. NS, number of shear planes through shank, is 0. Design shearing strength VDSB is 1 upon 1.25. Now VNSB, FU by root 3. So 500 by root 3. This FU value you have calculated for 5.6 property class into number of shear planes 1, NN, into cross sectional area. For threaded portion, cross sectional area is 0.78 pi by 4 into dia square plus 0. This is for NS. So solving this you get 56.59 kilonewtons. Next, second, bearing strength. So to calculate bearing strength, first calculate edge value. Edge is given by 1.7 D naught. So you get 40 mm. Pitch is 1.5 D. You get 50 mm. So 2.5 D. You will get 50 mm. Next you need to calculate KB. So KB, there will be 4 values. You solve it. First value you get 0.606, 0.507, 1.22 and 1.0. Choose the least value, 0.507. So KB is equal to 0.507. Now calculate design bearing strength PDPD, that is given by 1 upon 2.5 partial shifting factor 2.5 KB. KB is 0.507. D is 20. Thickness T of the thinnest member is 12 into Fy 410. So solving this you get 99.78 kilonewtons. Choose the least value of bearing and shearing. So you get 56.98. Number of bolts is equal to PU by bolt value. So PU is 225, bolt value is 56.59. You get 4 bolts. Now you have to show the connection details. So 4 number of bolts you have to provide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let this be the plate to which you are connecting the angle. So this angle is ISA 125 by 95 by 12. Compressive load PU is equal to 225 kilonewtons. This is compression, so show inside. So these are the 4 bolts. Now show the edge and pitch distances. This is the edge, 40, 40, 50, 50, 50. This completes the problem. Thank you.